guys, it's Ian at SS8000 Cars, and today we're up at Hatfield chatting to Porsche about the new models that are coming along, and we've got the 992. Now the only two models that are available in the 992 at the moment are the Carrera S and the Carrera 4S. Now interestingly, they both use the same bodies now, whereas before the Carrera S would be a narrow-bodied model and the Carrera 4S would be the wide body, but now there's one body available and it's the wide body. You can see how wide the arches are at the rear here. I think actually possibly wider than the GT3. I think it's got a really cohesive design, this car. Now the interesting thing is that the sports exhausts now are the twin pipes, and the 4 exhausts are the non-sports exhausts. So when you see one of these on the road with the twin pipes that this model has, that's the sports exhaust. If you see it with two twin pipes, with a twin pipe either side of the number plate, that's the non-sports exhaust. And in the way that Porsches have gone now, they have the rear braking light all the way, the rear side lights all the way across the rear of the car with these unique designed high-level braking light literally into the air intake at the back of the car. Honestly, I think it looks absolutely beautiful from the rear. This one has the sunroof. Again, kicking out 444 brake horse and 391 pounds-foot of torque. So it's a more torquey car than the last one. Got 21-inch wheels, I think, as standard on the rear, and 20-inch at the front. This one has the non-ceramic brakes. Now what we have lost, interestingly, and I don't know whether this will come out in the turbo, is, do you see we have the side skirt on the GT4? I hope you can see this because we're looking through glass. But on the GT3, on our GT3, it has a side skirt, whereas on the 992S, Carrera S, it doesn't. Slightly surprising. Again, it's just a modern interpretation of the 991. One thing that I'm not sure about, but I know that on the 959, the original 200 mile an hour Porsche from the 80s, they had it squared off. The bonnet was squared off like this as well. I slightly prefer the round edges on the standard car. If you look on the GT3 at the front, how the bonnet and the edging is round, and that sort of lends itself to the unique air intake at the front of the GT3. Whereas it's sort of squared off here. I don't know whether I like that as much, but it certainly looks modern. Obviously this one has the fully adaptive neon lights. Very smart. Then if we go in, you see the door handles automatically offer themselves up. And this one has the full leather pack, and it has the sports seats. It's very nice inside actually. We'll pop in for a second, shall we? Now one of the things that I don't know whether you can see from here, so sort of from my eyes viewpoint, one of the things I have noticed is that it has the standard 5-dial configuration, although like the Panamera, both on the left and on the right, the two on the right are LED readouts, with the only analog dial being the rev counter right in the center. But the steering wheel is completely obscuring the two outside dials. But I suppose you just move your head round to see what information is available on them, and certainly as far as the computer is concerned, that's this dial here, which is if you want to scroll through all the different information that's available, and the navigation will be the whole of this screen here. And then again you can see the huge digital dash and the infotainment screen. You know, I suspect that may well be 12 inches across. A big screen, especially for this type of car. Now that's necessitated a slightly deeper front fascia, so you obviously have to incorporate the size for the map itself. But it's yeah, it's lovely and comfortable. I mean, thing about 911s, despite the fact you can only get this model with the wider body, the thing about 911s is they genuinely are compact. Well, it's 2+2. I mean, you get young kids in the back, but probably not adults. Just really nice, and I like it. And you've got some controls here. They're really nice to the touch. They feel like they've been manufactured with quality materials. And again, tiny little gear stick. I slightly prefer the bigger gear stick, but I guess like all these things, we'll get used to that. Central compartment, armrest compartment, which is quite nice. I wonder whether or not you're able to put your phone and charge your phone just by putting it down there, or whether that's an option. The glove box is locked. Seems that we've lost the old beautifully styled cup holders where you opened up the dash in the center. They both came out, and you then closed the center top of the glove compartment, whereas these just push in. I suppose you're meant to use this cubby hole here for the driver's one. I'm sure I can see an obvious driver's one here because those are the light switches. So you've got ventilation down here. And then some of this appears to be touch screen. Obviously I don't have the keys right now, so I can't show that to you. Otherwise, very similar to the 991, slightly redesigned. It's the dash that's the big difference, and this one obviously has the Sports Chrono pack. Very smart. I do like the way that the handle offers itself, actually. That's rather nice. And then goes flush with the body. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll come back to you soon. It's Ian from SS8000 Cars signing off.